coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Boom, 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 boom. Appreciate the support. Fight night almost here. Fight night almost here. A couple of days away, man. Couple of days away. But I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate all the love y'all been showing me, man, on the morning mud, man. Salute to everybody tapping in and all the new people. Welcome, 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 welcome. We love you. We love you. Just got off the morning live, man, so I'm putting this video together for y'all, man, which made me, you know, go into my little thought process, man. And I was just thinking about, you know, a conversation me and my brother mom was having, you know, when we was, you know, taking that ride up there to my niece's graduation. Shout out Zoe, Virginia Tech Hoagie graduate. Yeah, so, yeah, we was just talking about the different things in prison, man, and the changes that we done seen. And then, you know, with the calls coming, you know, in and out from prison, man, you know, dudes call you, you know, and you know, get updates of what's going on in there and this, that, and the third. But it just got me to thinking because we got on the topic about them gangs, man, and how when they first started, you know, infiltrating the prison system down here in Virginia, man, it just started, man, and then it just snowballed. First you had a couple of them, you know, saying they was gang members, and we weren't used to that down here. We weren't used to that, you know what I'm saying? So then we like looking at them like they tripping, they crazy, these little youngins. You know, we figure like they just want to be a part of something. Because it really wasn't no gang life in VA, you know, especially not in the prisons. But, man, you look up 10 years later, they everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They are everywhere, you know, and they, you know, trying to take over. They trying to, you know, run the showers and run the phones and, you know, take tax dues for commissary, you know, run the microwaves. They was in it. They was in it. You know, but like I say, before I got out, you know, either way, it was like, even for the most part, man, a lot of the old timers like me and dudes that had been doing time, you know, they ain't going for none of that, you know what I'm saying? And them dudes respected that to a degree. But every now and then you run into, you know, some hard-headed ones or ones that think that they, you know, they know everything about the penitentiary, when in fact you was in the penitentiary before they was born. So you know, it have to be example set, you know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, after a couple of examples was set, you know, they more or less, you know, respected the old timers and understood that, you know, this ain't your prison. You understand? This is definitely not your prison. But I think now, as time has moved on, you know, and all these old timers like me and a lot of other dudes is, you know, getting out of the system, you know, finally, thank God, you know, they're more so putting their stamp and their flag down, like they gonna be running these prisons, you know, in VA, you know. But me and Mom was having a conversation, which was, you know, eye-opening for real, because you got to look at things from different perspectives. And with his comparing what he saw and what I saw and what we're hearing right now, you know, we on the same page. It's like most of the gang dudes in the Virginia prison, man, from what I seen, for them to try to implement what they trying to implement, like taking over and exuding their authority, you know, and their capacity for violence, they hurting their own people. You know what I'm saying? They hurting their own people because they have in-house fight. And I guess that's a way to you know, try to show what they will do and what they can do without it being as dangerous for them as, you know, going out and you know, having a beef with somebody that's not a gang member, having a beef with another rival gang or something. You know what I'm saying? Did when one of their dudes violate or do something that they were supposed to do, then they punish them, you know, and kick them out or whatever, you know. But it's been crazy, man. It's been crazy. Almost all of the gang fights that I seen before I left out was in-house gang members fighting each other, hurting each other, doing this to each other. And it done got crazy, man. And Mom was telling me about this thing that they got going on now, which I didn't even know the nickname for it or what it was, but I knew it had happened a couple of times even before I left. But they calling this thing Pumpkinhead, right? They Pumpkinhead, they gonna Pumpkinhead a dude. And what that means is they gonna, stomp his head. In prison it ain't nothing but concrete and steel. So they stomp a dude's head and so much against that concrete, we just stomp him till his head swells up. And I'm assuming the medical term is he hemorrhaging in his head, and they lose their life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes have died in prison, man, over the past, decade or so, man, from getting Pumpkinhead by their own gang member. You know what I'm saying? The people that you have in line yourself with, the people that you have called yourself your family, the people that you expect to have your back when you go to war in prison. These the people that is doing this to you. You understand? So it's a vicious life. So I wanted to speak on it, man, because let these young dudes know what they're getting into, because a lot of these young dudes come in prison and they not gang members, but they're getting recruited into these gangs, not realizing that you're going to be the sacrificial lamb because you really want into this, and now they need somebody like you so you can be cannon fodder, so you can be the one to go on the front line when they need somebody to make a move on somebody, so you can be initiated, so you can show that you down for the cause, and that could get you killed, because they may send you as somebody that ain't to be played with, because they just want to get rid of that person. So regardless of the outcome, if they send you as somebody like this, regardless of the outcome, their mission is accomplished because that dude is gone and you won't even worth nothing to them anyway. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of these dudes got that false, concept in their mind that if they go into prison and they're young, that they can align themselves with a gang and they're going to be cool, they're going to be all right, they're going to be safe. No, you can be anything but. Anything but. Not only do you going to have administration on you because you're going to have a tag on you now that you're a gang member, and they got gang task forces in there and there. You know what I'm saying? Then once they label you as a gang member, then they watching you at all times, and they labeling you as a gang member. So when you get into any type of physical altercation or whatever, you're going to be charged as a gang member, which is going to carry more weight and more time than what you would get if you was in a singular incident that you was just you and somebody else. So, these are things that dudes don't understand and they don't know. This is misinformation that they get. But I'm telling you, from my opinion, from my perspective, joining a gang when you come into prison, man, is probably more deadly than just you being in prison trying to fend for yourself. Probably is more deadly than you being in prison trying to be a man and stand up for yourself, man, 10 toes in the dirt, and whatever happens, happens. Because like I say, Mon say, he said, man, more dudes from his perspective and that he know of in his knowledge, more dudes that have been killed, gang members that have been killed in the prison system in the last decade or so, been killed by their own members. By their own members. You understand? So where is that making you safer? Where is that making you, feel more comfortable when you know that the people that might hurt you might be the same people that you're in line with? You already got to watch everybody in prison. That's just a known fact. You got to be prepared and stay ready so you don't have to get ready for anybody and everything in prison. But to know that the people that you have in line yourself with is the ones that you got to watch the most, man, you can never be comfortable. You can never be comfortable. You ain't never safe. I've seen it myself, to the degree where as to dudes is right there with each other and they eating together every day. They going places every day. They jumping dudes together. They doing this, doing that. And the next thing you know, they sitting there and then their own people turn on them. Because somebody has gave them some type of information and said, oh, well, he did this on the street. Oh, well, his crime is this. Oh, well, he snitched on him. Oh, dude from the street said that he did. And then they jump on him without cause, without justification. The same dude that you was eating with and chopping it up with every day, they attack you without warning. You know what I'm saying? Because of information that they got, not even realizing or not even considering that could be misinformation. You see what I'm saying? Because they got a chain of command in this stuff, man, where is if this person say do this, then you got to do this, and then he's telling him to do this, and then it goes down, and then you got to follow out. If you don't follow through with what they're asking you to do, and then they jumping on you. They jumping on you. You know what I'm saying? Their own people, and you might be getting pumpkin head. They done stump your head in the concrete until you hemorrhaging in your head and swell up like a pumpkin. You know, and then the medical treatment that you gonna get in prison, man, is gonna be the lowest that you could possibly get, you know, probably anywhere. You know, so your chances are greatly, you know, decreased when you get hurt in prison than it would be if you was on the street to get medical care, to get healed, or to get mended up, or to, you know, to get saved. It's decreased. It's decreased, not increased, decreased in prison. Because you might not even get there in enough time. Whereas to if you was on the street, you could have possibly got to the hospital in time. You could have possibly got the best treatment possible. You could have possibly been in a better position. That's not going to happen in prison. As I told y'all before, right before I got out myself, I needed a root canal for 2 years. 2 years I was in pain. You know what I'm saying? And I've known dudes that did that same thing, got ulcers, got you know, hernias, got all. And I had a hernia that hadn't even, you know, bust through my stomach yet, but they telling me but I know it because when I do sit-ups and stuff, it protrudes and stuff, and I had to push it back in. They tell me they can't do nothing about it until it busts through. I said, well, what happened when it busts through? My life is in danger. My life is in danger, and this is what they telling me. You know what I'm saying? So I had to alter my workout just to make sure that this thing don't bust in my stomach or you know, come through my stomach, and I had to be waiting there or relying on them to save me or to get me to the hospital in time. Nah, man. You know, this is what you're going through in there. So, you know, it's some deadly situations, man, that these dudes are putting themselves in. And even to me, like I say, in my opinion, even more deadly when you come to prison and you align yourself with these gangs, man. You know, when you put yourself in a position to be in prison, you've already lost. That's a loss within itself. But when you take that L, man, you have to also take a stand. You know, how you gonna do this time? How you gonna get through it? And I just think that, you know, when you go in there, if that's not something that you was already into before you got in there, I think that's a wrong move for you to make. You know, especially with the information that's going on today, and like I say, what's happening with these dudes, man. I'm talking about multiple dudes have died from this stuff punking, and y'all might not hear about it because the prisons is gonna keep that stuff under wraps. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not going to be the news to get to the public. Oh, the gang members jumped this dude and did it. That's not going to be the news. The news to get to the public is going to be when these police jump on a inmate or a convict, and that convict or inmate choose to defend themselves, you know, by any means necessary, and end up, you know, hurting the officer or taking the officer's life or whatever the case may be. If he just busts his lip, that's going to be on the news. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be on the news, and it's going to read inmates attacks officer at such and such prison. You know what I'm saying? Assaults officer says all of that is propaganda. You know what I'm saying? But all of this stuff that's happening to the actual convicts and inmates and the violence, and they're not going to promote that, because if they promote that, they feel that they're going to get, you know, defunded, or people going to lose their job. Administrations, the wardens, the majors, they'll lose their job. They'll get replaced. So they keep that stuff suppressed, man. They keep it suppressed, but it ain't suppressed from the people who family who getting them calls who's saying that, oh, your son you know, lost his life today due to some gang violence. What? 20, 19, 24, 26, ain't lived a life yet. Ain't lived a life, and they parents getting them type of calls. You know what I'm saying? They gonna suppress that, and they gonna keep that low. You know, and they gonna paint their own narrative about how it happened, when it happened, and the cause of it. You see what I'm saying? So, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So that's why I be, you know, speaking the way I be speaking, and letting you young kings and queens know, because it's going on in the women prisons as well. Letting y'all know, man, I'm telling you, you got to value this life while you out here in this free world. You got to value this life, because when you come across on that other side, man, you going into a savage lifestyle, you know, where there is no love and there is no mercy. And that is actual and factual, and these gangs ain't going nowhere. I can assure you that. When they first started coming in the system, I thought they was. I said, oh, this a phase. Or this. Nah, they ain't going nowhere. Nah, they here to stay. They here to stay, and they getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And they're imposing their will on the system as well as the people around them. So, it's to a point now whereas you're not going to be on any institution in Virginia where there is not, gang-related activities going on their institution, where there's not a gang presence on their institution, where you're going to feel it. You're going to know they own it. You're going to know it. Yeah, you're going to know it because they imposing their will. Like I said, all the young dudes is in there, they taking over showers. You know what I'm saying? They taking over phones. They taking over the microwave. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by taking over is if you got a young dude who's in prison there that just came in, he trying to mind his business, or even if he ain't just came in, if he look like he meek, or he look like he weak, or he ain't running with people or associated with people that they know will put that work in, will pump that Bethlehem, then when he go to the shower, they telling him, man, this blood shower. You can't get in here, homie. You know what I'm saying? This a crip shower. You can't get in here, homie. This a GD shower. You can't get in here, homie. So where I supposed to take a shower at? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you can get in. $50. Just $50, you take a shower. $50. $50. Man, you can have a state job and ain't gonna make $50 a month. Depending on the job, it ain't but a couple that might get you there. So you want me to give you a whole month's pay to wash myself off or go to war with y'all? Yeah, that's what it is, homie. Yeah, it's blood shower. You know what I'm saying? So, this is what you dealing with. Same thing with the phone. You want to call your people. You might have lost somebody. Something may be going on. You may be going through it with your wife, your girlfriend, or something. Your kids may need to hear your voice every now and then. That may be what give you, solace in yourself where you can talk. Can't use this phone, homie. This blood phone. This good phone. This you know what I'm saying? This GD phone. $75 you use a phone, man. $75 for a call. Yeah. Or go use another phone. But they said that's a crib phone. They said that's what phone I supposed to use. I don't know, homie. They ain't got no civilian phone. Man, yeah, okay. You see what I'm saying? So these are the things that you're gonna be faced with. Now this is just dealing with them. We're not even talking about it and I haven't even got into what you're facing on a daily day basis with all these other fools in here, all this tomfoolery and skullduggery going on with everybody else that is not even gang affiliated, just prison stuff. Then the administration, you got to deal with them, all the rules and regulations that they implement. Pressure everywhere. See what I'm saying? This is why dudes explode in there. Because there's no such thing as minding your business or just trying to do your time quietly in prison. That's an oxymoron. Do your time quietly and peaceful in prison and get on up out of it. That is an oxymoron, man. That ain't even possible. Because there's always something going on in there. There's always some type of loss and there's always some type of craziness going on in there that you're going to have to deal with whether you want to or not, because it's going to be brought to your front door. You know what I'm saying? Brought right to your chest. And be like, I'm right here. What's up? Yeah, you just going to use the microwave and dudes telling you you can't use the microwave. Why? The microwave is meant for everybody. Why I can't use the microwave? Well, you can, but you got to pay. Pay what? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's crazy, man. And then, like I say, they hurting their own people, man. But they doing it to set an example, to show a sense of power. It's a subliminal message saying, this can happen to you if you oppose us. You see what I'm saying? This can happen to you if you oppose us. We'll get 7, 8 dudes on you and beat you down, and when you get down on the concrete, we'll stomp your head till it swell up like a balloon and bust. Man, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But they recruiting these younger dudes in there that don't mean nothing to them. And those ones gonna be the sacrificial lamb. Those gonna be the ones that their mama gonna get a call that their son ain't coming home no more, because he want to join them, because he feel that he'll be better protected and he feel that he'll be more safer, when in actuality you in more danger. You in more danger. You know what I'm saying? Of being sacrificed, of being a scapegoat, of being an example for them
to the masses. It's an illusion, man. It's an illusion. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. It's sad because we doing it to our own people. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's super sad when you think about it, because these are young lives, man. It ain't no telling what your future can be because of what you done got yourself into right now. You can overcome that. You can beat that if you endure. If you be smart and make good decisions, you can overcome these obstacles and this pitfall that you done put yourself in. But when you don't give yourself a chance because you align yourself with some more foolishness, then you know what I'm saying? It's sad, man. It's sad. And these young dudes is misguided. They really think they doing something. They really feel like they doing something. Oh, I'm in here now and I got this and I got my people with me. I got, no, you're not, man. You should be going to the law library, be trying to get out of prison. You should be reading a book, trying to educate yourself. You should be taking a trade, trying to be prepared for when you do get out there so that you won't come back. You know what I'm saying? But instead of doing that, this is what they're into. This is what they're into, man. And the administration sit back and watch it, and they sit back and they don't do as much as they could do to prevent it, because whenever there's violence going on in the system and whenever we killing each other, then they can justify building all these supermax, building all of these more prisons, by the dozens everywhere. They popping up everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They're going to say it's needed. Y'all see what's going on in here? It's needed. No, y'all is promoting it to a certain degree because you ain't doing everything you could be doing to prevent this stuff. You're not doing it. When they first had the Wallace Vision, Red Onion and all that, that's what their whole purpose was. They said they was going to send all the gang members up there. All of the gang members was going to be up there on there. So what did they do? They do got a lot of gang members up there. They do. It ain't no hands just a bust about that. But from my experience being up there in Wallace Ridge and all that, they working with them. They working with them. You know what I'm saying? They working with the gang members. And then when you got all of them on one camp, or more or less, or a lot of them, predominantly them, but then you got all these other dudes that's filtered in on the camp as well, that's still the same. That's even more dangerous because now they got more numbers. So they got more force. You see what I'm saying? So that's going to create more danger because almost everybody that gets sent up there to the Supermax anyway, they getting sent up there more or less for some violence. So they have the capacity to create violence going against gang members that may try to impose their will on them. So what is that? That's like a time bomb waiting, man. That's like a ticking time bomb. You know what I'm saying? So, and it poses more threat to dudes that's trying to get out of prison than anything. Especially dudes this old timers like me that's trying to make parole, because most of the dudes that was old, we ain't going for nothing. You're not gonna charge me for no shower, no telephone, no no nothing. You understand me? But in order for me to make that emphatically clear, it puts me at risk of pushing my time back or pushing my opportunities to get out back. You see what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. But it would be different if they had a whole prison for nothing but they don't. See what I'm saying? But yet they would rather spend that money to build a whole nother prisons and this prison and that prison. You see what I'm saying? So it's the politics involved in it. It's the politics involved in it. It's the politics involved in it, man. Whereas we are all in the system being sacrificed. You know what I'm saying? And it's just sad, man, because it's like, crabs in a barrel, man. We killing each other. You know what I'm saying? We killing each other and we hurting each other, man, to the point where, man, now they, got a whole name for, taking somebody's life, man, stomping their head until it swell up, pumpkin head in somebody. And they talking about it like it's, it's something. Oh, no, don't worry. We're going to pumpkin head him later on. We're going to catch him. We're going to pump. Come on, man. Are you serious? You know what I'm saying? This is what's going on. This is what's going on in there, man, with this gang life and this penitentiary violence, man. And it ain't enough people talking about it, but it's people who getting that call and they done lost their nephew, they done lost their son, they done lost their father, they done lost their uncle. It's affecting them. It's affecting them in a big way. You know what I'm saying? In a big way, man. So yeah, man, we gotta do better, man. We gotta do better, man, and we got to try to teach prevention too, man. And conflict resolution. But we definitely got to teach prevention and stop these youngins, man, from going to prison to even have the experience to stop them from joining these gangs. You cutting your potential of your life off when you make these decisions. You know what I'm saying? This is the point of making that statement all the time. Be smart, be safe, make good decisions. You know what I'm saying? We got to be smart, man, and be safe and make good decisions. And these decisions that we're making, or these young people is making, is because they misinformed. We're not giving them the proper information. They're thinking, like I'm saying, that they going in there, they join these gangs. If I get in trouble and I go to prison, I can join the gang. Or if I get in trouble, I'm already in a gang. When I get into prison, I'm going to be with my brothers. I'm good. No, you're not. You never good if you in prison. You ain't never good if you in prison, period. That's the bottom line. Whether you in a gang or you not in a gang, you ain't good if you in prison. Period. You not. You know what I'm saying? You good if you don't make it to prison. Even if you out here in some foolishness, you good if you don't make it to prison, because if you out here and you in some foolishness, you got an opportunity and a chance every day to cut it off, to stop it. That is eliminated when you get in prison. You don't have opportunity to stop doing that time until they let you go, if you can make it to the release date to get let go. So you never good in prison, not at all. Not for one moment, not for 1 second. You are not good in prison. You know what I'm saying? You are only good if you do not make it to prison. So man, we got to talk louder. We got to talk longer. We got to scream. We got to get this message to them, man, to make them understand, man, that we talking life and death here. We talking life and death here. We talking the future of the young people, our young generation here. So man, we got to start talking, man. We got to start talking. We got to start having these uncomfortable conversations, man, and let these young folks know that life is serious, man, and this is not a game. It is not a game, man. When you playing with your life, it's not a game. So, like I say, man, hopefully, man, y'all share this video with some people that need to hear it. Let some young people get this in their understanding. Let them get this in their understanding that when they put themselves in these positions to be in prison, man, and or to join a gang, and or to be out here doing anything illegal, man, you is taking a path down a road that has a dead end. A dead end. And you just may end up dead at the end. So that is super serious. But I just wanted to speak on it, man, because I had that conversation with him, man, and it was just a reality bite. I said, hey, what? Pumpkinhead, yeah, they bragging about it. They bragging. They done killed more members of their own gang than anybody else done got, killed in prison in the last decade. Been killed by their own people. You understand? By probably more or less than for some foolishness. Some foolishness. And yet, life is over. It ain't no coming back from that. None is no coming back from that, man. So anyway, man, I had to get that up off my chest, man. Hopefully somebody listening, hopefully somebody share this, hopefully this helps somebody, anybody. And we can try to save some of these lives, man, just by making better decisions, man. So y'all share this video, man, and I'll be back at y'all in 24 hours, man. It's a blessing in every lesson, man, and the blessing is that we have information. We have information and knowledge that these people don't have. It costs you nothing but a little breath and effort to give it to them. So let's try to do that, man. Let's try to do that and be a blessing to somebody else. In the meantime, man, y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. Make it a good day on purpose. And I'll see y'all in 24 hours. And by all means, man. Bam, 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 boom, 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 boom. Duck them hooks, man. Please. Bam.
The Banky Special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm going to have something because I'm rich in personality. you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.